What up, what up, what's up, y'all? Happy Sunday, gang. What's going on? Man, we gotta talk about it. We gonna have to break this stuff down. And believe me, you know, I am not over here trying to bash Latasha in no way. You know what I'm saying? It's just that it's hot. That's what people talking about, and we gonna talk about it. We gonna break it down, and it's just crazy because have you ever seen a train wreck happening and you know the outcome and you just sense it and it's like you want to say get off this train like you in a movie and you just watching the movie and you just like you rooting for the person but they just keep disappointing you every time because as you can see I've met Tosha. I put her picture up on my last video. I met her, she was very nice or whatever, but it's just you know we always we vibe or we naturally tend to be drawn to people's auras or their energy. And her energy, she just gives stank off. I mean, her energy is just, I don't know, her energy just comes off bad. And it's like nobody's perfect. Everybody gonna have a bad day. Excuse me. But when you see, it's like earlier this week she was on the Ricky Smiley show, and her and the brat was going back and forth or whatever. And just her demeanor, she was like, smug about the way the brat was talking. And of course, the brat has been on tour with them since they were younger, and she has experience with them. And she was giving her side of it. I can feel Tasha like people seem like they're, ganging up on her. But I think people are just calling her out on her BS. It's like you say that you don't remember this, or you say that you don't know how people was feeling, but it was documented in the other series that people told you, and you were sitting there crying, apologizing, saying that you were sorry for the way they felt. Now again, you don't know. All right. I just, wanted to come out and kick it with y'all and let y'all know it's about to be some bombs dropped tonight. Tasha K, I don't know if she putting it on YouTube or is she gonna put it on her page on that Tasha K live where you gotta pay or whatever, but it's about to be some more stuff that's gonna be exposed. Basically, these mistresses are coming out left and right. So I think that's why she had came out and made that live. I think that was Friday. Tasha came out and made a live, basically apologizing to everybody, trying to save face, and then saying that she has an open marriage. I mean, that's the worst stuff that she could have ever done. I don't think they have like a real PR team behind them. Because if they did, they would not be coming out saying this kind of stuff. It seemed like to me, if you really want to be honest, it seemed like to me that open marriage was to try to save face for her husband, nothing for her. Because houseway, now you got an open marriage. You got an open marriage now when all these people are coming forth saying that your husband's been involved with them. But who's it open for? And the way she be saying stuff is like we supposed to know this, like kind of like how Monique and them had an open marriage, and Monique just decided that she don't want that anymore. I, it's all bad. Remember I told y'all, anytime you trying to go into the most judgmental sector of the gospel genre, which it shouldn't be that way because Christians are supposed to have an open heart. But to me, um, we all know the church people can be the most judgiest people ever. And we just gonna keep it real. That's how people really, get swayed away from the church because of judgment and, people putting their convictions off on other people. And that is a detriment for a lot of people and makes them look for alternatives, other spiritual ways to be connected to God. Okay. Now, for her saying that she have an open marriage, that's so contradictory because that's not what this says in the doctrine of the Bible, right? Supposed to be a man and a woman. So now you're saying you got an open marriage and that's supposed to save this gospel album. It's only going to make it worse. It really is going to make it worse. I know Motown gospel, like, what do we get ourselves involved in? Whoever loves this girl needs to tell her to be quiet. They need to regroup and leave social media alone because I don't think it's helping her at all. And even though she got a real foul, nasty attitude, sometimes it's humbling. Remember, I told unless she works through whatever she's going through within herself, admit it, go through it, she'll never be where she wants to be. She had to quit covering up all these other situations with more lies and alibis. She's gonna have to accept it. But what I'm about to play is like her saying whatever, to try to save face. But these bombs are about to drop with these other mistresses. I kind of feel sorry for her. The only way I feel she needs to let this nigga she needs to get rid of this nigga for sure because she's only protecting him. And at this point, you have alienated yourself against your group. Even though you're apologizing, you need to save face because you're gonna need them. She's gonna need them. She is gonna need them. And I don't know how they're gonna feel. They probably will forgive her. I don't think they're ever gonna want to be around that husband. She needs to let him go. Well, listen to this though, y'all. Let's listen to this.
When all it was ever just for us to sing. That's it. And that's all I ever wanted to do. I didn't come into this business to talk about people, to shame people, to make myself feel better than, to make somebody feel less than. That's not what I came here to do. I came here to sing. And I feel like God gave me the gift to do that. This has just been a whirlwind, a roller coaster, one that, highs and lows. And to be quite honest with you guys, I'm at a low. I'm really at a low. Um, but thank y'all. Thank y'all for hearing us. Thank you guys for supporting the group and loving on us when we weren't even loving on ourselves. I really and truly appreciate that from my heart. Y'all don't deserve this. You don't. When you can think about the times when I was, I'm from College Park, so
And what's so funny
to
to
hear
me
people say
is
y'all not gonna make it,
somebody had to
you
say
you know
something because it
you
was
you don't
just
have a
good just a
look, or
week
y'all
ago
sound this
when you
way,
was
and for
on
us to have endured this long
you was
with
on
you
your
guys
Instagram talking about you
by
wanted
our
a
side, supporting us, all I
apology,
could do is just say thank y'all, and that I'm
but
sorry
it
that we're
wasn't going
taking
your
y'all through
way. So now
this,
you gotta save
and
face.
we're taking ourselves through this. Um,
You
Yesterday I
gotta be
had
quiet, y'all.
an interview, and Brad and I had some words. We went back and forth, and I didn't understand why. And she said to me, you know, Candy felt sad when you were being a leader of the group. She felt sad, and I said she felt sad. I never heard this. This is something new to
No,
me.
wait a minute. Now we all if anybody ever watched that first escape reality show, Candy mentioned this to her. So why is you still lying? It's like that's the reason why sometimes I can't feel sorry for her. Like she just be, I mean, and then you looking like you just telling the real truth. Like, come on now.
But even in that, I have to take accountability for if there's something that I didn't see, if it's something that,
It's
and
hard to
it's
feel sorry
possible
for her.
that because I just wanted to sing, I never looked at it as this person is sad. I just wanted to use the gift. So if I overlooked you, Candy, I'm sorry.
I hate when they have to show the okay.
I never wanted to do that.
And this is a screen recording
I never knew
from
you were sad. Um, and I know what that
channel
sadness
that
feels
I want
like.
to
I
give her
really do.
credit. Really
And that's never
BTV.
been my intention.
Yeah, really BTV. I
Um,
got that screen recording from her. Thank you and shout out to really BTV for this.
when we were in the group, like I said, I just wanted to sing. I wanted to be, us to be successful. I felt like music was going to bring us together in
Something
love
else I
and
want to tell y'all from somebody
understanding. I mean,
else's
I'm
channel
17,
that was
18 years
breaking it
old. What do
down,
I
and we
know?
gonna check that
So
out.
I'm sorry if I made you feel sad.
Oh,
Never, that was never my intention.
girl,
If I didn't see you or you felt like, girl, I'm right here, I'm sorry. To Tiny, who
now
I
listen to
consider
this because
my
this sound like
friend.
shade.
I love your family. Eris, that's my baby. That's my heart, and we've always said that we were family. And I feel like, you were the one to always try to bring things together for us. You were the one to say, hey, ladies, let's get it together. And I kind of, you know, alienated myself from you because I was trying to figure out everything. I didn't know what was going on. You told me, go do the gospel. You should do the gospel. You're the one who gave me the motivation to
See what
do
I'm
it.
saying? Like
And
you
once I
need the.
stepped out to sing for God, it was like,
See, now that it's not going her way, now that the public opinion is not all sway, because it's supporter. There are supporters of Tasha, and I'm not saying I don't support Tasha. I'm not saying she cannot sing, but my discernment is giving me that it's just not genuine. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I'm getting. So believe me, it's other people that feel that way. So now that she see that she can sway people into their way of thinking, now you want to clean all this up. Because before it was like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. Now it's like you backtracking, you humbling yourself again. Remember, I told y'all until she faces her truth and works out stuff with that group, she won't ever be able to get to where she wants to be. And it's and she could do both. They all do that. But Tasha seemed like she just thought that she can just step all over them again. You gotta humble yourself. I'm sure that's like what Ralph had to do with New Edition. Like you got gripes with her, but you just gotta you started with them. You're gonna have to make amends with them and then move on forward and it'll be genuinely accepted. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to the meats and bones because these women coming out. And that's the reason why I believe that she said something about this open marriage because these women are coming out and they're saying stuff that they can't refute. But it's not making her look good at all. It's really only, helping him. Think about yourself, girl.
it's like I felt away because it's like I can't share the goodness because every time I say I'm going to do something, everybody's mad at Tasha. So I really, I ostracized myself. Normally you and I would talk about
Hold on, y'all
everything,
gotta quit
and
smoking.
normally you're the type of person that'll say, hey girl, I'm gonna talk to the girls. And I just didn't know what to do. I felt like if I'm honest and like I'm excited, nobody cares. So, for that, I apologize to you. We are like sisters, and I didn't talk to my sister. Maybe you could have
Don't judge
shed
me.
light on
Don't
some
judge
things that
y'all.
I
Say,
probably, needed to hear. Um, but you've been there, Sometimes you did things, and I'm like, Tiny, why you saying that? And she like, you used to be like, cuz girl, cuz you know what I'm saying? Like, you would say stuff like that to me, and I apologize for not sharing my heart with you.
Tiny seemed like to be the realest
Um,
of them all. Like she just, gonna give it to you straight.
to my sister, Tamika, everybody knows that family, my family, is everything to me. Everything. There are times in scenes I wouldn't say nothing because I know if I say something, it could damage my family. If you look at the last episodes that we did on Still Kicking It, I had this same feeling in my heart because, and I said that y'all can go back and look at it. I said, hey, as long as I got my sister and my family, that's all I need. And I still feel like that to this day. And what's going on with us is it's not cool.
I do. I believe
I'm
she
not
means
happy
some of
about
this
it. I feel like
probably,
being a big
but why
sister,
did
you're
it take
supposed
all
to
this for it
protect,
to come out? So it
you're
makes
supposed to
it
be
seem
there. You're supposed
disingenuous.
to hear you out. And I've been trying to do that. I've been reaching out to you. And
I, Julian Gordon, with this mortgage, relinquish part of my freedom to Saeed. Do you know that the word?
I'm praying that things get better. You know, I really am. This is not me coming on here trying to make somebody look bad or nothing. I'm speaking from my heart. Mama didn't raise us this way.
Their mama.
And I apologize to my mother as well,
she needs
because
to heal too.
you have been scrutinized for being a mother. You were there when nobody else was, and you've always been able to get us together. And the way that I see you being dragged in this media, it hurts me. Nobody wants to see their mother dragged in the media because of what they see depicted on television, which, by the way, everything that y'all see is not what it seems. It is not what it seems. And my mother and my sister and I, we have had a very strong bond. And to see that tarnished in an industry that needs to see love and support, that bothers me. It angers me because that's not who we are. Painted in a picture that it's not. That's not who we are. You know, I apologize to you, Mom, for having to sit and watch and look at this, look at your daughters go through this and try to find a resolve and can't. For any mother that would break my heart if I had two daughters who are going back and forth and the industry is eating it up and people like drama.
Remember, y'all,
this is not the drama
purposes only. We're reviewing
that I signed up for. When I said I was going to do this TV show, it was to celebrate women. It was to celebrate two groups.
Remember to like,
who have lasted and endured this industry. That's hard to do, y'all. It's hard to get through this industry and still have your integrity intact and still understand what love is and still treat people with respect. That's very.
Tosha. Like I said, it was just all good just a week ago. She was like, 10 toes down. I want an apology. I didn't do this. I didn't steal the money. I do not believe they have a PR team. I don't. If they do have a PR team, it's the worst. Because they would not be, letting them just come out saying all this stuff. I think this would be more, more. For one, if they had a real PR team, she wouldn't have been going back and forth with her sister on social media with the gospel album trying to roll out. She would have been only answering questions about that album, what inspired her, you know what I'm saying? What made her want to do a gospel album, what put her in that place to do a gospel album, what she want to get from doing this gospel album. It would have been nothing about none of that. And they would have been only going to people that would have been talking to them about that. So she can't have a PR team. And like I said, to me, it still seems like she's covering up for this husband. And I don't think it's just not looking good. It's like you want, I think, Lord, I don't want no happy homes to break up. How can it be a happy home? And when she say they had an open marriage, really, was it open for him? Because we never got that signal from you.
Very hard when I've seen myself how people, I don't even want to say giving us the roses because you have to earn that stuff, but we worked hard to get to where we are. But to not have that celebrated, to me, has done an unjust to both groups. We talk about legacy and things of that sort. And how can you have a legacy? How can it be fulfilled when somebody is sitting here, painting a narrative that's not even true. Do we have issues? Yes. Can we resolve them? Yes. But it takes communication and us getting through what we got to get through. My grandmother is watching. 92.
That's another thing. She keep on bringing up her family. If you cared about what your family thought, you wouldn't have been doing this. You wouldn't have been going back and forth with your sister. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have let your husband come out against your group members, trying to cover up his lies. But because Tasha K got all this stuff coming out on her husband, these women are going to other people's shows. I just seen one today, y'all. I was watching. Make It Make Sense. I like that guy. Make It Make Sense. Nims or something like that. He had a chat today going over some of this stuff. And it was a lady in the chat claiming to be the second mistress. But somehow Tasha K has skipped over her and went to the third one. Supposedly the second one got lease with Edward Bivens. That's Tasha's husband's name on it. And where he supposedly got her apartment. But supposedly, I guess Tasha couldn't prove that it was real. And it was supposedly, she couldn't prove that it was real. So she don't know if this lady is making it up or what. But her name is something Fifi on YouTube. And I don't know if y'all know about her or what. Y'all can go look at her on her page. And people are saying that don't believe her because she supposedly have been on other shows. Maury and something about she came from the mommy sector, and she's a lie. I'm gonna have to do some research and let y'all know. It's another lady. Her name is Fifi something. I have to look it up. But yeah, she was in this man's chat just saying, I'm here. I'm the second mistress. Like, pick me, put me up on your panel. And then somebody got his attention, and she came up there for a few minutes and then was talking. He was like, look, let's have a talk off of here. And we'll, go further from that. Then people was like in the chat saying that she was a liar, which I don't know. I ain't never heard of the lady. I don't know. But I'm like, my thing with these women, like, attention is a hell of a thing. And this fame now with this Instagram and it's 2 minutes of popularity, people are, whatever it takes for them to get a little bit of what they call it, clout shit, whatever it is. They feel like it's okay. Like, what you was doing was wrong. Like, why do you want to advertise that you was somebody's mistress? It's like you want everybody to know what you was doing, and what you was doing was wrong. That shit is just crazy to me. I'm like, so now they are on the YouTube network trying to get people to interview them and stuff. So something's coming out tonight on Tasha K's channel. I don't know if it's gonna be on YouTube or behind her paywall or whatever of another of the third mistress, because I think she's already talked to her supposedly about this whole situation with her husband and how he treats Tasha and things like that. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, but I'm trying to get to her saying this open marriage because I'm just like, that just came out of left field. Now, if that's supposed to save this gospel album, child, it ain't.
22 years old. I can't sit here and tarnish even that legacy. I gotta apologize to my grandmother for her seeing me and my sister and us go through the things that we're going through right now. It's not fair. It's not right. Y'all didn't raise me to be this way. Y'all raised us strong. You guys raised us to have integrity and to pray. And when I tell you I've been on my knees praying, trying to figure this out and trying to work things out.
You've been on your knees praying that gospel album make it, child. Tell the truth. You like, why? Why every time I try to do something, this stuff come and attack me?
Family.
Maybe it's what you attached to.
It's rocked right now. It is.
Maybe it's the husband.
It's hurtful. It is.
Maybe it's you. I don't know.
I can't find peace in this.
Change. So.
You're not gonna believe this, girl. did it.
Wells Fargo helps students go to college by funding.
And if it's anybody else that's out there who are going through, I know what it feels like.
I mean, she can be
I know what the
example to
pain feels
women
like. And
who are
for
going
me and my
who's
sister, we're
going
gonna
through
get it
this.
together.
But I
You
think
know,
the open marriage thing,
I'm reaching out. I don't have the
I
answers.
believe
I
that
found out about
if
a
she leave him,
$30,000 allegation when I watched the TV with
oh
y'all.
gosh,
Did
I
I
believe if
take my
she
sister's
leave
money? I
him,
did not.
and
We were going through so much 10, 11.
I believe if she announces she's leaving him, and this struggle, like, look, I tried to like make it work. I tried to say this so, you know, I wanted to, make it look good for the media, but in all actuality, I'm not happy. This is not what I really want, and I'm going on my own. I'm going to figure this out. I believe she would have so many more supporters. I believe that gospel album will fly off the shelf then, because you're gonna have women that's like, you are really being true. Like, look, I tried to protect my husband. I tried to do that. That would be the bomb.com. That would sell them albums. Need me for your PR girl.
11 years ago together as a family. It was one of the things that I can't lie. We were both at our lowest. We didn't have money. I ended up, we all lived with my mother. And that's something that, y'all will see on the show where we say that I didn't have anywhere to live. We
Wait a
didn't.
minute. Okay, wait a minute.
And
Wait
we
a minute.
pulled
Wait a
through.
minute. So before you didn't take the money, but now it's like you giving excuses. That's when we were at our lowest. Girl, did you take the money or didn't you take the money? You see what I'm saying? If she came real with it, people would like her more.
So when you talk about 30,000 that I don't know anything about, all I said is, can we get clarity about it? Because during that time, we both were helping one another. I just need clarity. What are you seeing? What are you saying? Because I have my receipts and you have yours. But we need to sit down as sisters and not go through this in the social media. Like, on social media, it's not good. We need to sit down and figure out what this is, because we can get through anything, but we have to communicate. We have to talk to one another, because you can't get through anything without that. And I've been convicted already of being a thief, and I don't even know what you're talking about.
Girl, because you and your
You put
husband
up
stole the
something
money and your mama probably
online,
did
but
too.
Tamika, we both have receipts.
Yeah.
We both have receipts. Let's just get through it. What is this? How do we maneuver?
Right,
How do we
come
get
on,
through this?
Tosha,
Whatever
get
it
to the
is,
point.
Tamika,
Hold
we
on,
can
y'all, wait. Let me
resolve
see.
the answers. Sometimes I make mistakes. I'm human. But with us, we have to resolve this. That's everything. It's that and then the business. And that's why y'all see me looking crazy on TV. Y'all don't know that was the very first scene that my sister and I shot with my mother. No, it wasn't 4 or 5. Tamika, you know I didn't steal your money. And if there's anything happening about him, I see everything. As a wife, you see everything. But with our relationship, some people keep the fact that they have an open relationship quiet. They want to keep it private. But we have that. And for us to be judged or whatever by the things that people are saying, y'all keep judging, y'all keep living, y'all got marriages, everybody. But he's everything to me and my family. He's everything to me and our son. And do we have problems? Are we perfect? No, we're not. Is he perfect?
See, that's the problem. He's everything to you. Okay. Maybe you put him before God. I'm not sure. Let me not say, because I don't know. But she just make him seem like, what is he really doing for you, girl? And now when she's like, don't let us be judged, you just now saying that y'all have an open marriage. So people was gonna judge because it looked like he was stepping out on you. This is to save face for him, y'all. Remember, I told y'all that.
No, he's not. Am I perfect? I'm not perfect. I'm very much aware of the allegations that are happening about him.
We know you.
I see everything. As a wife, you see everything.
This wasn't the.
But with our relationship, some people keep the fact that they have an open relationship quiet. They want to keep it private. But we have that. And for us to be judged or whatever by the things that people are saying. Y'all keep judging, y'all keep living, y'all got marriages. Everybody ain't gonna always be true. Things happen. At the end of the day, do I stand beside my husband? I know y'all think I don't know. I know everything. Everything.
Well, you know everything. You need to be
I'm not
living.
oblivious to things. My husband and I, what y'all don't understand, we do have an open relationship. We have spoken about things. That is my private business. But because I'm sharing my heart with y'all, I'm letting y'all know, please stop it.
Now, that's where she's gonna lose the gospel community because you're not supposed to have no open marriage. And I don't believe for one bit that they had an open marriage. I believe that the only reason why she's saying anything about an open marriage now, like I said, is because that unique girl came out and it's another mistress and another mistress and another mistress, and they all coming out back to back to back. And that's the reason why all of a sudden now they have an open marriage. If they had an open marriage, when she was on that one interview and she was talking about there is no other baby and all this kind of stuff, she would have said something about that open marriage then. This is some mess that he came up with, and she just probably just like, yeah, that'll make it look better or however. I just in my mind, you know what y'all, I just for I hope this really humbles her because it's hard to feel sorry for her when you see her in action and how she be acting on the show, and just like even with the interview she did this week, how she was going back and forth. It's just her tone of voice, her demeanor. It's just hard to feel sorry for her. Then for her to come on Instagram with this open apology when just a week ago you was on there doubling down talking about you wanted apology from your sister, it's hard to feel sorry for her. Like I said, I do not believe that they got a real PR team. And if they do, it's the worst PR team. She need another one. I don't wish divorces on anybody, but it does not seem like he's doing her no good at all.
I can't even think about the things that are going on now because I'm being attacked everywhere I go. I'm being attacked. I go to the radio stations, I'm being attacked. I go to this place, I'm being attacked. I'm being attacked because I said I wanted to do a gospel project, a gospel. I want to
That's not
sing to the
the reason why
Lord.
you decide.
And every other minute, I'm being attacked. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. My sister, that's my family. My husband, that's my family. And I can't even get through the things that I got to get through because y'all attacking me. How do y'all think that? How do y'all even know that I'm strong enough to take all of the stuff that I'm taking?
Oh my God. Don't do that. Girl, don't do that.
I feel like I'm by myself.
I feel bad for you.
That I am
You're not by yourself. You got God. Remember, you're doing an album for the Lord.
alone.
You're not
And
alone.
nobody wants to feel like
You're
that.
never alone, Tasha. I don't want, and that's another thing. Nobody should be bullying her. You know what I'm saying? I don't want, and I don't know how she's feeling inside, truly or whatever. But if anybody know if you got God, you're never alone. At times you may feel, down and out, but you always got God. And no matter what, like you said, you have your mother, you have your husband. So, you need to reflect, regroup, and reassess what is really important to you. If that saving your marriage is important to you, what is really making you this unhappy? Because if you on here looking like this, when you're supposed to be happy, like you said, coming out with a gospel album, the devil does work both ways. Is is it coming out because you trying to put out an image of let me minister to people? I was in a place where I was feeling like this and I want to minister to you. Okay, so here we go. Now, the devil could be showing all this stuff that's going on in your life because you ain't really being truthful. You covering up stuff. So all this stuff is coming out because you need to be transparent. So if you're gonna work for God, you gotta work for God in all ways, all things. It's gonna come. So you got to be a soldier for the Lord. And if you're gonna be a soldier for the Lord, truly, don't play. You can't play both sides. So that's what I'm saying. And I mean, that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So this could be happening because he like, look, if you want me to truly stand behind you, all this stuff about to come out. Now you got to find a way to work through this without keep on covering up with the lies. And if you that unhappy that you on the internet looking like this, something in your life not right, you're gonna start re- reevaluating, reassessing, detaching, letting go, moving forward without some of the stuff. If that man ain't making you truly happy because you should not be going through this right now, maybe you need to separate from him. Or maybe he need to get himself together, go to therapy, whatever. Y'all gonna have to be transparent. You're gonna have to tell the truth. You're not gonna be able to keep on making up stuff and expect for people to believe you when you're trying to minister to them. Now God is ministering to you. So you're gonna take accountability. I didn't even think about that before. So while you see them, I mean, and don't do that because nobody wants nothing bad to happen to you. But if you really are a soldier for the Lord, you know you're not alone. You got to start thinking about why is this happening? Why every time when I choose to do something, stuff like this happens? Or at this particular time, when I'm trying to put out a gospel album, why is this happening?
Nobody. I just wanted to sing.
If that's what you want to
That's it.
do,
And me wanting to sing has caused so much controversy,
it ain't about you singing.
so
It's
much,
about
so many
what's coming
allegations.
behind it.
And I'm like, where's all this stuff coming from? And I know
You know
that
where
the
it's coming
enemy is
from.
busy. When you pray,
You know what? I truly like you. You know what? This could be a really steep learning lesson for her, and she's gonna have to either get it or don't. You can't go through your life without working through your problems, covering up stuff, and you definitely can't say that you want to be a soldier or ministering to people, covering up stuff and making up stuff and putting off false narratives to try to make people believe you. I think that if she really came out and told the truth, really came out and said what's going on, like, hey, this is really going on. I didn't know about this. This is why I said that. And even though this came out and I try to save face, either we gonna work on it, we gonna go do this, or I'm gonna cut this loose. I believe she would get so many more people behind her if she cut that man loose and said, look, this is really helping me get my life together and find my happiness and understand that this is because I need separation from this to move forward to get to where I want to be. I think that would be the best thing for her. Or if they truly committed, I just don't see sincerity in him, period, at all. Okay, and let's talk about it. So I wanted to try to find it, but hold on, y'all. I seen it on some other channels, but it's coming out tonight. And basically, these other women are, I don't know if y'all gonna go pay or what, but we'll talk about it once it really fully, truly come out. And I'll take notes and we'll talk about it. So I don't, like I said, Tasha K skipped over the second lady, I guess, because she couldn't prove if she was telling the truth or not. But this third one, supposedly, she's saying that, he gets women and when he helps them, he buys gets some places or whatever, and then he tells them where he wants them to be, where he wants them to live in Georgia. I guess he kind of picks areas probably close to wherever him and his wife stays. Claims that that he don't really care for Tasha, and we don't know if this is true or not, but this is what the lady is saying. Supposedly they got receipts. Supposedly they got phone conversations and all this other stuff, saying that he don't like the way she look. And that's where I start to draw the line. Like in my mind, I'm like, has he really brainwashed her this bad? Because we know that she has always said that, and this is where I feel, start to feel kind of sorry, bad. And maybe she is just a victim of this industry. Maybe they it really did a job or number on her. For one, her voice. She felt that she should be, pushed out there because of her voice, and she can sing however. But because of her image and how she was, because she was heavier, they put the other girls in front of her. So that could have really did a number on her. So, the lady claims that Rocky said he don't like the way she looked. He don't like her body image. Supposedly they don't um really sleep together and all this. Do we know this to be true? We don't know. If that is true and that's what this man is saying, that's foul. That's why I say she needs to cut him off, get rid of him. And I don't know why, y'all, in my mind, it just keeps putting me back into when I watched the Aretha Franklin story. And the good one though, the one that was on Hulu. when Remember when Aretha's husband, he was the one that used to go with her to the studios and was, going to the shows and was going to the record labels and everything. And he always would put his foot in his mouth, always was trying to be more than what he was, always like getting into it with people that was working with her and was just really bringing her down. And I remember her, well, that's another story. We're gonna talk about that another day. But I remember when her father was saying, he ain't no good for you and all that. But the father wasn't no better either. But yeah. So when Rita finally woke up and left him because he was bringing her down, he was messing up deals, that last one of those albums that she made, she made one of the best albums, but he had got into it with the band, one of the musicians that were hired to work with them, and they fired the guy. And when she got rid of him, she brought that guy back because he was a good musician. I don't know why Tasha husband reminds me of that man. Like he probably has been hindering her career forever, making side deals, messing up stuff, you know what I'm saying? Along with probably the way she act with him, she probably needs to sever ties, just like Aretha did. You see, Aretha kept on climbing. But yeah, so back to the side chicks. So the side chick is doing these interviews. And it ain't funny because the shit is sad. It's really truly sad. It's like you trying to save face for this husband. You need to be trying to save face for you and your career, you and your son, your legacy, because he's not the one that's going to be remembered that tried to make two different solo attempts and it keeps failing. He's not going to have the legacy of you can blow, you can sing, and I can't make it. So yeah, the girl is saying that supposedly Rocky saying, I don't like the way she looks, I don't like her body image. And Tasha K got a picture of the lady up in a silhouette of her body, but not her face. I guess she didn't want her face out there like the other girl, Unique, the one from New Orleans. She didn't want her face out there. And they got that, that that body type, like all the video girls and the ATL women with the small waist and the big, you know, small and with a big behind. And she's saying that the man said, excuse me, Lord, he don't like his wife. He, okay. Of course he gonna tell them that. The girls goes farther to say, well, usually when he calls me, it's either when he's coming from working out or he's not at home. He's never at home when he calls me. So of course he's not gonna call you when he's at home. If it was an open relationship, an open marriage as they're claiming now, then he wouldn't have to hide these things. You see what I'm saying? So all this is to save face, to make them look okay when all this stuff is keep coming out. To me, it's just making it worse. I wouldn't have said nothing about us having an open marriage. I would have been like, look, I don't know, we either we going through this in our marriage right now and we're gonna try to work through it. I definitely wouldn't say nothing about no open marriage. Or I wouldn't even be talking about that right now. I wouldn't be talking about it right now. I definitely wouldn't be talking about it right now. But this is not even it. It's supposed to be, like I said, some other stuff that's coming out tonight. So I'm gonna watch the show. I'll make a video tomorrow. We'll go over the show. But the show is like irrelevant now because the real show is happening on real time on the on the internet. It's like, what's the use even talk about the show anymore? Because everybody want to know what's going on with Tosha, this marriage, this gospel album, and the drama with the money and all this. You know what? I think that she can't face for her group and her. It's all going to depend on her distancing herself from this husband. I bet if she apologized to them and got rid of him, it would work out. But long as he's around, it ain't gonna work because they're gonna feel some type of way about him throwing them under the bus, and they're gonna feel like he has always been a problem and he's always controlled her. I just don't see no other way for her to really like, unless they do some extenuating counseling. I just think she should get rid of him. And I bet you she would get a whole core audience of women that's been through this and she would be propelled to the top. For real. Tasha, you need to leave that nigga. I'm serious, y'all. And it's like, you can't even concentrate on nothing else. You can't even really, like, how you ministering to people when people thinking that you telling stories, you covering up stuff, you making up stuff as you go. If you were completely truthful and transparent, maybe you can minister to someone. But people aren't gonna take that serious. You're gonna have some people that's gonna follow her, but then you're gonna have people that's still gonna think the way they're thinking. I'm starting to feel sorry for her, but then it's kind of like, is she brainwashed? I don't know. And then y'all, wait a minute. So the girl goes on to say that he hires a staff of only women and that he never hires any women that has a boyfriend or are married. What type of staff do this man got working for him? Like, what do he do? Do anybody know what he does? Her husband. I mean, a staff. What type of money he got to pay a staff of people? Somebody, let's find this out. We're gonna have to, because it always sound R. Kelly is now how R. Kelly and them ran their camp with him. To me, how she's acting. It's the same stuff they did. Came out with videos trying to cover up and stuff. It's a little R. Kelly-ish to me. But who am I to say anything, y'all? Who am I to say anything? I don't know. Look, all right, y'all. I still want to come back and give my commentary on Ghost because y'all know I love me some Tariq. And the Tejadas be tripping. Yeah, I'm gonna come back and say something, but yeah. So I had to give my little it's been hot, it's been on fire. Everybody been talking about Tasha and what's his name? Edward Bivens, Rocky Bowinkle, messing up her whole skilo. She need to get rid of this man. I'm serious, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Like, subscribe, and share. And thank y'all for coming and taking y'all time kicking it with me. Yes, that was it. See y'all later. Peace out.